the sooner that you get into the headspace of, I run a business, the sooner you'll be able to get consistent wholesale deals, okay? If you're sitting at home and you're just saying, I'm a wholesaler, I'm just trying to get a deal, you're forever gonna stay in that position, in that mindset of you're just a wholesaler and you're just trying to get a deal. You're just hopefully gonna get a deal. How to wholesale real estate like a business owner, okay? Everybody and their mama wants to wholesale real estate right now. And a lot of amateurs, a lot of beginners, they start trying to get a wholesale deal without focusing on running a wholesale business, okay? So it's very two different things. I've been in both boats. Right now I'm running a wholesale business, but you know, I used to be at my mom's house making calls in my room day in and day out, just try to get my first deal, okay? And so I'm gonna spot out some of the differences between the two, right? And then I'm gonna also teach you in a nutshell how to operate your wholesale business like an actual business, like a business owner. How to wholesale real estate like a business owner versus somebody who's just calling in their room making calls, trying to get one deal, you know? So let's get into it. A business is basically like a machine, and you need that machine to be running and operating at all times, right? And the machine is gonna shoot out deals or money, right? You keep the business running, you're gonna shoot out deals.
Hey Hussein, my name is Vince. I'm calling about
right? And look, if you hear my my buddy Vince in the room right next to me, he's making phone calls. But so you need the business to be running at all times, right? And there's different levers to the machine, to the business, okay? We need to be cranking those levers at all time, right? So let me go over the levers or the positions, the operations in the business that need to be fulfilled, okay? As a wholesaler, business owner, these are the seats that need to be filled, okay? Let's get it. We got lead gen, okay? I don't know if you can see that. So that's lead generation. We got lead management. Then we got lead acquisitions. And then we got dispo. These are all the levers for a wholesale business that need to be cranked out every single day, okay? Lead generation, lead management, lead acquisition, and dispositions. At all times, these need to be running, okay? Now, when you're alone, you're doing this by yourself, you have to wear all these hats, right? And it's hard to remind yourself that you need to have all these things running. You need to have KPIs for each of these positions running every single day. You need to hit those KPIs, right? So when you're by yourself, all you're worried about is calling people and seeing if it's a deal, okay? Now, that is important, lead generation, and then lead acquisition, but you still got lead management and dispo, okay? So, lead generation, what is that? That's calling the people for the first time. Cold calling, text blasting, direct mail, email blasting, things like that. That's lead generation, okay? You need to have those KPIs. You need to have this KPI dialed in every single day, consistently. This is what makes sure that you have the deals coming in, okay? So in my past video, how to get consistent deals, I tell you I do 5 conversations of lead generation. So that's 5 conversations with brand new sellers that I've never talked to before, and 3 out of those 5 conversations I have to make an offer on. And each offer call should be at least 30 minutes, okay? So you need to make sure that you do this every single day. So I'm gonna write down 5, okay? This is for a solopreneur. Obviously, if you start hiring more people to take on these roles, lead generation, you want them to have more than 5 conversations a day, right? You want them to have like 20, 30, 40 conversations a day. All right, lead management. This is follow-up. You have to make sure that you're nurturing your leads. For the people, let's say you generated some leads today, but nobody accepted your offer because of whatever reason. They need to think about it, whatever. You need to make sure that you're having those conversations to follow up with those people who didn't accept your offer at first. Because literally all the time they come back. Is your offer still good? Is your offer still good? Okay? So lead management is where a lot of your deals are going to be coming from. Honestly, this is where most of your deals are going to be coming from. Lead management. But you can't have lead management without lead generation. Okay? I hope this makes sense. So lead generation, 5 conversations a day, 3 offers made from lead generation, and that's going to be 30-minute phone calls each offer call. Then we have lead management. All the people who didn't turn into a deal from lead generation, you got to manage them. You got to set a follow-up system, okay? And here's another big thing, okay? To truly run your wholesaling business like an actual business/operation, you need a CRM. Let me rewrite that. That, your CRM, customer relationship management, is what it stands for. This is where your business is going to be operating out of. You can't just have these in a notebook. That's a really big thing. You cannot keep your leads in a notebook. As a beginner, as someone who's just starting out, the default thing for you to do is to write these things down in a notebook. I know, I've been there, my students have been there. I try to kick that habit as soon as possible. Stop using a notebook. Use a notebook to maybe take notes if you're watching a video or studying something. You want to write this down, the things that I'm saying in this video. But when you're managing your leads, when you're running a business, everything is digital now. You cannot, have a lead call you, hey, is your offer still good? Yeah, what's the address? And you're flipping through a notebook trying to find the address and see if you didn't tear it out or something. You need a CRM. The go-to CRM for beginners is Podio. That's the go-to. It's super, super cheap. It's actually free at first until you have 100 leads or something, or 150 leads. It's free. But then after that, if you want to get more, then it's $14 a month. Super, super, super cheap. Okay? So Podio is the go-to for beginners. Learn how to use Podio. I used Podio for the longest time. And I loved it. I loved the way you could just customize everything. But the point is, all of this has to be inside of the CRM. It has to, okay? You just connect it. All right? So every time we generate a new lead, we're gonna be typing it as they're talking. On Podio, they have something called a web form. You need a web form. Matter of fact, let me just write that down because that is important. Okay, a web form is basically an intake form that you fill out, and when you hit send or whatever, it goes straight into your CRM. So as they're talking, you're typing down the notes, and then you just, put their name, address, all the details in the form, then you hit send and it goes straight into your CRM. Super, super, super helpful. Okay, so we're having 5 lead generation conversations a day, 5 new sellers that we never talked to before. 3 of those conversations has to be an offer. You have to make an offer on them, 30-minute phone calls. As we're on the phone call, we're typing in our web form to Podio, or whatever your CRM is. Every CRM has a web form, or they should, right? We're typing it in our web form, boom, it gets sent to here, okay? Now, inside your CRM, you're gonna set up tasks, whatever, you're gonna be able to look at all your leads. From the CRM, you wanna do lead management. You wanna have 5 lead management conversations a day, which is just follow-up. Following up, nurturing your leads, managing your leads, okay? Now, from these 2, after this, you have lead acquisitions. Okay, so for acquisitions, you wanna get again, go to my previous video about how to get consistent deals. You want to aim for 1 contract a week minimum, okay? So 1 a week. Lead acquisitions just means getting something under contract. That's what that means. Getting the properties under contract. You want to get 1 contract signed a week minimum. Okay? Understand what I'm saying here? Okay? Then dispositions. As you start cranking these levers, as you start cranking these out, now you're going to need dispo. You're going to be getting 1 contract a week. You're going to be generating new leads. You're going to be managing the leads. Now you need disposition. You're going to be growing this every single day. So once these start filling up, right, and I have like 2, 3, 4 contracts signed, now we're going to focus on dispo. Same thing. 5 conversations at least have to be for dispo, right? That means cash buyers, wholesalers, JV partners, things like that. Okay, and there's also another part of this that I did not write down, but this right here is the basic form of running a wholesaling business. Okay? Now, I'm referring to doing this like for free off of Zillow. If you have no money, nothing at all, this is how you would want to do it. You have lead generation, lead management, lead acquisition, dispositions. All of these are inside your CRM. Your cash buyers, they're in your CRM. Every time you talk to a cash buyer, you should have a list of questions to ask them. Where do you buy? What's your price point? What's your max ARV? What areas do you stay away from? What do you like, residential? Do you like commercial? What? Just have a little list, like a script, to talk to buyers. You should be putting them in your CRM as well. Okay? You should be doing lead generation, filling that out with your web form. Okay? Another part of the business is transaction coordinating, which basically just means, you know, talking to title companies, just coordinating transactions, making sure things get signed, making sure the title company is doing good, make sure the buyer is still good, you know, make sure nobody's backing out, talking to your JV partner if you have one, just those management tasks, right? So we could put that right here too, on the side. Transaction coordinating. That's its own little thing to the side. Okay, I hope this makes sense. This right here is the basic blueprint for operating wholesale real estate like a business. Once you understand that these things need to be cranked out every single day, you know, you're not just focused on lead gen. A lot of people just focus on lead gen. Maybe they don't even have lead gen. They're just trying to get a deal locked up. They don't even keep their leads anywhere, or they're still using a notebook. Okay? This is how you operate it like a business owner, because let me tell you something. When you start off, the sooner that you get into the headspace of I run a business, the sooner you'll be able to get consistent wholesale deals. Okay? If you're sitting at home and you're just saying, I'm a wholesaler, I'm just trying to get a deal, you're forever gonna stay in that position, in that mindset of you're just a wholesaler and you're just trying to get a deal. You're just hopefully gonna get a deal. But you need to be cranking these levers at all times and keeping track of how much you crank out every single day. You need to have a spreadsheet in Google Sheets. It's free. How many new conversations did you have? How many follow-up conversations did you have? How many contracts did you get signed this month? Right? How many deals did you dispo? How many deals did you sell? Okay? You need to have a web form. You need to keep track of all this in your CRM. It's very important. The sooner you get into the headspace of, I'm a business owner. I'm not a wholesaler. I have a real estate business. I am an entrepreneur and investor in real estate. I'm not a wholesaler. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I work in real estate. I have a real estate business. Start saying that to yourself. Get that in your head. You have a real estate business. You own a real estate business. You don't have to make $1 million to say you own a real estate business. Okay? You could be in your mom's crib in your room, locked in. You own a real estate business, but you have to look at it as a business, not as a hustle. It's not a hustle. It could feel like a hustle in the beginning. You definitely do have to hustle your ass off, but you're a business owner, okay? That's the main thing. Set this up. Podio. Okay? Podio, CRM. Have a web form for when you do lead generation, 5 conversations, lead management, follow-up, 5 conversations, lead acquisitions, contracts, 1 a week, 4 a month, minimum. Dispo, 5 conversations a day. Okay? And then transaction coordinating, making sure that the deal goes through, calling the people that you need to talk to, checking in with the title company, things like that. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. This is very, very important, and I see a lot of people have this issue, is that they just look at themselves as like a small-time wholesaler, and they don't look at themselves as a business owner. Once you get that in your mindset, once you can truly look at yourself as a business owner, you will start operating a business and you'll start shooting out deals every single month consistently, as long as you get your numbers dialed in, okay? I hope you guys got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe. If you want my wholesaling scripts that I use for wholesaling real estate, just email me or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram info is going to be in the description below. Contracts, scripts, if you want that, I'll give it to you for free. Just DM me. If you want to become a student, work with me so I can help you get your first wholesale deal in 90 days or less. Just DM me on Instagram. I'll call you up. We could chat about it. All right? Stay motivated.